Hi, this is Lovely Real here. Thank you for stopping by my channel. So, I let you know, I still do Avon. I still am an Avon ambassador. Go to my website, check out what we have. We always have a lot of good stuff, a lot of promotions, a lot of sales. And I also am a Topanga Cinch distributor, so I do still do with Topanga Cinch, so I still do that too as well. So I know I haven't had any videos lately, but I'm still doing that. So just go to my website and you know check out the products that we have and go and shop. So I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do a story time. I'll talk about my experiences that I had with being a CNA. I am a CNA. I've been a CNA for the last 18 years now. So I worked in hospitals, nursing homes. I've done home care, assisted livings. So it's been a lot of things that I have been through, that I've seen. So this is one story. This happened maybe 7 years ago. I was working in assisted living, and I was working the 11/7 shift. So the 11/7 shift at assisted living, it was me and another worker. So I had one side, she had the other side. I want to say it was maybe more than 10 patients on each side, so we each had our own side. So, I say it's like maybe about 2 o'clock in the morning. This man come out. He's a veteran. He comes out of his room. He can still walk, but this is a dementia unit. So he's very confused, don't know where he's at. So, the poor guy, he went into a lady's room in her closet, and in his mind, he was still thinking that he was in the war. He was still thinking that the enemy was coming after him. So, and he hid out in this lady's room, which, we you know, had to go get him, trying to calm him down and trying to redirect him back to his room. Luckily the lady, she didn't wake up. She didn't start screaming. She didn't say anything. So, we managed to get him, safely and, without having, any impact on the lady because he was in the lady's room. So we just had to redirect him back to his room to, so he could, try to go back to sleep in his room. So, so I just want to say, this is one of the, the many things as CNAs, healthcare workers that, that we deal with on a daily basis, that we don't talk about, that we don't share, is that how our veterans, the people that, now that we're taking care of that have dementia, that, the things that they have to go through and experience, and, that we have to redirect and, have to keep watching them, making sure, that they don't, enter other people's rooms, because number one, it could be safety. Number two, there's a lot of women more than there is men in these facilities, and we don't want the women to get frightened or be scared that there's a man in my room, so that's not good for them, because it's the middle of the night, it's dark, so you don't want them to be scared too. So that's one of my stories that I want to share with you guys. So as always, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Please like, comment, share. Thank you for stopping by, and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.